Listen, Jahnel Group has made the Inc. 5000 list 6 years in a row. I remember the first time I saw that list, I said, I'm getting on that list. If it kills me, I'm getting on that list. And I thought it was gonna take us a few years. It only took me 17 years. But we figured some things out along the way, and that's the point of this video. We're gonna share those with you here right now. Let's start off with some quick facts about the Inc. 5000 list. Inc. magazine, they're the ones who put on the list. They started doing this back in 1982, so they've been doing this for 40 years. And the list is supposed to be the 5,000 fastest growing privately held companies in America. I say supposed to be because you have to actually apply to be on. I would imagine there are some companies that are growing fast enough that would qualify for the list that have no interest in being on the list, or they just didn't apply, right? So these are the 5,000 fastest growing people that applied. Okay, next up, what's the criteria to make the list? Well, first off, you have to be a privately held company, you have to be for profit, you have to be based in the US, and you cannot be a subsidiary. You need to be an independent private company. Now, the 3 criteria. So let's talk about the 2022 list.
All right, hold on. This dude is killing me, all right? He's about to launch into the most boring breakdown of the Inc. 5000 list criteria. If you really want to know about that, I'm going to link it in the description below. You can go check that out. But if you want 5 minutes of your life back, I'm gonna just skip ahead to the 2 things that we actually learned, all right? Here comes tip number 1. Let's go.
Now let's get into why you're actually watching this video. You're trying to get on the list. Well, listen, how are you gonna get on the list? I don't exactly know, but what I know is our journey, and that's what I'm gonna share with you here, right? What worked for us? There were 2 really key aha moments for us that I think led to us getting on the list 6 years in a row now. The first one is this. If you examine the list, you'll see that the majority of the companies on the Inc. 5000 list are B2B service-based organizations. So that's business to business, right? They're selling a service to other businesses. And that's something that took us about 10, 12 years to figure out ourselves. We tried to start our own products, our own SaaS products. We wanted to start that billion-dollar company, had 10 failures under our belt. Have you ever heard of yournextdermatologist.com? I didn't think so. I mean, these are the types of things that we were actually starting. But the whole time we were doing that, people in our network were coming to us saying, will you build software for my company? Or I have a startup and I need this product built. Will you guys build it for us? We turned that work down forever. And then around 2012, we learned that the majority of these companies were service-based B2B organizations. We're like, we can do that. Let's lean into that. As soon as we did, magic started happening and the company started growing organically. Here we are 10 years later. At the time of this filming, we're October 2022. We have 150 people on the team and things are really clicking. We went to a conference, my brother and I, and a gentleman named Louis Schiff, he's a mentor of mine. He said to us this simple thing that I'm about to say to you. He said, find a business that's larger than you, that's already growing really fast, and find a way to add value for them. Think about how simple that is. It's kind of like, yeah, duh, right? But for us, we needed, there was something about the way he presented that information, and we're like, that's what we need to do. And we found that key client early on, and we grew with it. They were already growing. We went in there and we worked our tails off to deliver value for these guys. And as they were growing, they just kept throwing more work our way. If you're working with a fast growing company, they don't have time to bring stuff in-house. They don't have time to shop it around to other vendors. If they have somebody that's delivering for them, they will just keep throwing work at them. And that's what we did. We grew with them. So that's the second aha moment, is find a company that's already bigger than you, that's already growing really fast, and kill yourself to deliver value for them. So that's the simple 2-step formula that worked for us. And maybe you can get some value out of this. Figure out what service you can offer and sell to other businesses. Find a business that's bigger than you, that's already growing like crazy, and add value for them. If you follow that 2-step plan, it's still hard. I mean, the actual implementation of that is where the hard work comes in, right? We're talking about a decade of 60, 70, 80-hour weeks. But once you build the machine and you get it rolling, we're at the point now where actually the vast majority of our people here at Jahnel Group have a great work-life balance because we built a proper company, but you gotta pay the price in the early days. Hopefully you got something out of these 2 lessons. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments or reach out to me specifically. I'd love to help. Do something great today. Thanks for listening. Peace.